And piggyback on what John alluded to earlier, there's been a rift in relationship to Tyler Perry and Spike Lee. In relationship to Tyler Perry stereotyping, fulfilling some of the historical stereotypes about black people, Medea and big and ancient land and stuff like that. I'd like a short response from the panel professors in terms of that perspective now, in terms of the stereotypical image that Tyler Perry, Spike Lee is portraying, he says is portraying. How about you?
Tyler Perry is such a conundrum, isn't he? He's such a good. I think actually I want to sort of try and put both these comments together, and I think that one of the things I try and impart to my students is that the opposite of a negative image is not a positive image, but it's the multiplicity of images and it's a range of choices. And I don't know that, I think that, that Spike Lee and both Spike Lee and Tyler Perry offer images that I think a whole generation of people can find interesting, but they also find them alienating. And I think that that it's kind of a false dichotomy that Spike is setting himself up to say this is, that Tyler Perry is going back to X, Y, and Z when, Spike Lee has not been so great on his feminist portrayals either, right? So I think, again, I think part of what I would just really want to push and emphasize is that particularly for students who are coming out of college with, some of the worst job prospects, in a long time, that one of the things I feel, is really trying to push a kind of a DIY approach, of really trying to, can you create your own communities of exchange? Can you create your own artistic spaces? Can you, make those images that you want to see made, right? And I think that while that there are opportunities for entrepreneurship that are represented by Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think, many of my students and, my 11-year-old daughter also finds those really alienating and bizarre, because there's also, there's Nicki Minaj, there's whoever else. And then at the same time, though, but, what she also sees, are people like, a woman named Aswa Wadud, who created a food foraging program in Oakland, right? So all the fruit that people don't pick, she has created a system, a nonprofit business where she is foraging that, selling it to high-end restaurants and providing it to homeless shelters. So I think a lot of it is really trying to think about how we can make our own spaces.